Hey, Jeff Moody here from jeffmoodymd.com and Burnout Recovery for You. Today we're having our Talking About Burnout series, and we're going to talk about probably the central question with burnout is, are you burned out? It's a big deal, and it's a very uncertain concept sometimes to some people, and it's one of the most common things that I get asked by my clients, my ultimate clients, is that, am I burned out? And it's fascinating because to a certain extent, it's a clinical diagnosis, number one. It's typically characterized by depersonalization, loss of empathy, and then also failure of personal achievement at work. And those three things are really combined together to be what's called the clinical diagnosis of burnout. There are other tools you can use to determine whether or not you are burned out. There is something called the Maslach Burnout Inventory. That's actually been around for like 40 years. That was originally developed to be used with social workers, and now has been adapted to be used for really all types of care professionals, including med students as well. There's another index which I think is also useful, and it's validated with a large data set. It's called the Well-Being Index. That is a free index you can use and access through medwebs.com. medwebs.com, and that is a great way to assess your actual burnout and your risk of decreasing work and also your risk of suicide. So those are excellent tools to assess that. But the fascinating thing to me is I always think that yes, those are numerical ways you can determine whether or not you're burned out, but the critical thing for me is whether or not it's really starting to affect your life. And I think that's where most people will see the biggest difference or the biggest realization that they're burned out. For example, with your family, are you having horrible relationships with your family? Have you had anger and shortness with them? At work, are you having difficulty finishing your tasks without having explosions of anger or blow-ups? Are you having difficulty with your finances and you're under a lot of stress financially? Are you having poor health? Are you having poor nutrition? Are you having poor sleep? There are a host of other, I think, clinical manifestations of burnout or things that will actually exacerbate your burnout. So hopefully, I think today we've answered the question or helped you start to ask the question, are you burned out? If you like this video, please head on over to jeffmoody.com and also sign up for our YouTube channel here and sign up for our email list at jeffmoody.com and check out other services including speaking, consulting, my book. I have an online course to help really turbocharge your burnout recovery and other services specifically designed to help support you. Remember, until the next video, burnout recovery is for you.